Press the bell icon on YouTube and don't miss another update.
Namaskar. Welcome to another episode of Editorial. A very important editorial today. On the 14th of January 2019, the Delhi police filed a charge sheet against students of Jawaharlal Nehru University. They filed a charge sheet against them for sedition. Now, as per law, when you file a charge sheet against a person for sedition, the Chief Minister of the state in which the act of sedition takes place has to approve his arrest, approve his prosecution. So, the entire charge sheet along with the need for permission went to Mr. Arvind Kejriwal, the then Chief Minister and who is also the current Chief Minister of Delhi. The then Chief Minister and the current Chief Minister at that point in time did not give the permission. He sat on the permission. In fact, he appealed to the court that this sedition was not fair, which I will get to. I'll get into, we will deep dive into the story. But on the 27th of this month, that is day before yesterday, incidentally, Mr. Arvind Kejriwal gave permission to arrest, to prosecute Kanhaiya Kumar, Umar Khalid and Anirban Bhattacharya. He gave his permission. Why was there a change of heart? What was the reason that Delhi waited for 1 year almost to give this permission? Why couldn't this permission be given then? Why now? Let's try and answer these questions. Before I get into the show, I will be reading a lot of document today so that I don't want to go wrong on any of these facts. So I'll be reading a lot of document. Please excuse that. Let's get right into the show. So before we get into this entire story, let's first get some basic facts right. Let's first understand what is sedition law. Sedition law or section 124 of the Indian Penal Code, which deals with sedition, was drafted by a gentleman called Thomas Babington Macaulay and included in the Indian Penal Code IPC in 1870. So this was a law that got incorporated into IPC in 1870. Now, let me explain the law for you verbatim. Section 124A of the IPC, which deals with sedition, states whoever words either spoken or written or by signs or by visible representation or otherwise brings or attempts to bring into hatred or contempt or excites or attempts to excite dissatisfaction among the government establishment by the law in India shall be punished with imprisonment for life, to which fine may be added, or with imprisonment which may extend to 3 years, to which fine may be added, or with fine. So the law says you make any statement, you create any hatred, you talk against the government, you talk against the country, you can be put behind bars for the rest of your life. Or you can be fined. Or you can be fined and put behind bars. Or you could be put behind bars for 3 years. Or you could be fined and put behind bars for 3 years. So this is what the law broadly says. So the law purely was meant for people who could preach anti-nationalism, go against the government, go against the country. This was what the law was. Now, the country was always divided on sedition law, always divided. In fact, the people who spoke pro-sedition law said that, listen, you know what? Sedition law is the only law that helps you to tackle anti-nationalists. Sedition law is the only law through which you can ensure that terrorists and others who are anti-country are kept at bay. In fact, they also say that it protects the elected government from attempts to overthrow the government with violence and illegal means. So not only the country, it also protects the democracy, because this ensures that you don't go against the government using violence and using force. You don't go against the government to overthrow the government. So therefore, it maintains democracy. It serves democracy. So this is one end of the story. It says that if contempt of court invites penal action, contempt of government should also attract punishment. So these were the arguments made for the sedition law. Now there are arguments against sedition law too. The arguments against sedition law is that sedition law, that is section 124A, is a relic of colonial legacy and unsuited in democracy. It constrains on the legitimate exercise of constitutional guarantee of freedom of speech. Dissent, criticism of the government are essential ingredients for robust public debate in a vibrant democracy. Now, you see, in the name of sedition law, you can literally choke a person from saying anything against the government. So, when I speak against the government, tomorrow I could go behind bars under sedition law. And if that is the case, then people will not talk against the government, people will not criticize the government, people will accept whatever the government is doing. Where is the democracy then? So this is one end of the story. So this is what the people who speak against sedition law says. In fact, Mahatma Gandhi called sedition law the prince among the political sections of the IPC designed to suppress the liberty of citizens. Jawaharlal Nehru said that the provision was obnoxious and highly objectionable, and the sooner we get rid of it, it is better. So, the founding fathers of our nation was always against sedition law because they suffered sedition law. They were made to suffer because of sedition law during the British Raj. Sedition law was a colonial law. So here we spoke about the law, we spoke about the punishment, we spoke about why some people want it, we spoke about why a lot of people feel that this is a draconian law. Now let us go to law per se. Let us talk about some legal experts, what they talk about it. You see, the Law Commission in 2018 had issued a statement on sedition law. And the statement was, the Law Commission of India published a consultation paper recommending that it is time to rethink or repeal the section 124A of the Indian Penal Code that deals with sedition. The Law Commission said it is time to repeal sedition law. They said we need to reconsider this law. In fact, interestingly, even the Supreme Court had a view on sedition law. This was in 1962 and the case was Kedarnath versus the state of Bihar. In this particular case, the court upheld the law on the basis that this power was required for the state to protect itself. However, it had added a vital caveat, a very vital caveat, where they said that a person could be prosecuted for sedition only if his acts cause incitement to violence or intention or tendency to create public disorder or cause disturbance of public peace. They said you be very careful. You cannot randomly put this law on people. You can only use this law if it is actually inciting violence and it's actually disturbing the peace of common people. What it means, long and short, is don't use it for political gains. This was the Supreme Court. 1962, the case was Kedarnath versus state of Bihar. Let's go further. Let's go to our section 2. We spoke about sedition law, we spoke about what people feel about sedition law, we spoke about what law feels about sedition law. Now let us talk about Kanhaiya Kumar, Umar Khalid and Anirban Bhattacharya. Let's talk about these three gents. And let us talk about what exactly happened in JNU chronologically, date-wise, and how did it land in Arvind Kejriwal's table. Let's start from here. On the 9th of February 2016, protest march held in JNU campus to commemorate the hanging of Parliament attack convict Afzal Guru. On the 10th of February, the JNU administration ordered a disciplinary inquiry into the event. On the 11th of February, Delhi police registered a case against unknown persons following complaint of BJP MP Manish Giri and RSS Students Union ABVP. On 12th of February, Kanhaiya Kumar got arrested, sparking massive outrage among students. On 18th of February, Kanhaiya files bail application in Supreme Court. On 19th of February, Supreme Court transfers the bail application to Delhi High Court. On 19th of February, Kanhaiya moves High Court for bail. 23rd, JNU students Umar Khalid, Anirban Bhattacharya moves High Court seeking police protection prior to surrender. 24th February, Umar Khalid and Anirban arrested. 25th February, Delhi court sends jailed Kanhaiya Kumar to a one-day police custody. 26th, court sends Kanhaiya Kumar to Tihar jail. 2nd of March, High Court grants 6 months interim bail to Kanhaiya. March 3rd, Delhi court orders Kanhaiya's release from Tihar jail. 26th August, Kanhaiya, Umar and Anirban granted regular bail by court. Now, till here, this is the chronology of events. Now we will see how this event landed up on Arvind Kejriwal's table. Let's go from here. On 14th of January 2019, the police files charge sheet against Kanhaiya Kumar, Umar Khalid, Anirban and others under offence of sedition, rioting and criminal conspiracy. This is on 14th of 2019. Like I told you, if a sedition is filed in one particular state, the place in where the act took place, the chief minister has to sanction the arrest. So, April 2019, Delhi government had said that the police charge sheeted the accused in a hasty and secretive manner. This is what the Delhi government said, without taking prior sanction from the competent authority. It had then promised to the court that it would take more than a month to decide if the probe agency's request of prosecution to be sanctioned or not. Now comes the important factor. Delhi government did not say that, okay, let me consider, let me talk, let me see, or I will sanction it. No. Or it's a procedure, Baba, I will do what is being told to me. No. That point in time, the version of Delhi government was very clear. I will repeat. Delhi government said that the prosecution happened in a haste. The competent authorities were not consulted, nor were their permission taken. So technically, Delhi government is saying that this arrest was illegal. Not correct. Not according to law, not according to the system. They said, listen, we need time to go through this, which is more than a month. We require more than a month to go through this. This was Delhi government's version on April 2019. Now let's go further. July 23, 2019, Patiala House Court granted police time till September 18th to procure sanctions in JNU sedition case to prosecute the university's former students, Union President Kanhaiya Kumar and others, which is, like I said, Umar Khalid and Anirban Bhattacharya. October 18th, court gave Delhi government 1 more month to decide. Mind you, April, they had asked for more than a month. Till October 18th, nothing happened. October 18th, the court said, okay, take 1 more month, decide and get back to us. Okay, so that's what happened on October 18th. October 25th, Delhi police informed the court that the sanction to prosecute Kanhaiya Kumar and others is still pending. court posted the next hearing in JNU sedition case for December 11th. So October 25th also, the Delhi government did not give a sanction. December 4th, Delhi High Court refused to direct the Delhi government to grant an approval. Now, in the meanwhile, police approached the Delhi High Court and said that please instruct Delhi government to give the permission. On 4th of December, High Court said we will not. We cannot or we will not instruct the Delhi government to give you permission. It has to be Delhi government's choice. This is a very important statement made on the 4th of December 2019. I will repeat, Delhi High Court refused to direct the Delhi government to grant approval for the prosecution of Kanhaiya Kumar and others in the 2016 JNU sedition case, observing that the issue of grant of sanction against individuals has to be decided in accordance with the law. Let Delhi government go through the law and then give the sanction. We will not direct them to give the sanction. This is what Delhi High Court said. This is a very important point. We will come to this later on. December 11, 2019, court adjourns matter till February due to pending sanctions. February 19th, court adjourns till April 3rd, JNU sedition case, as Delhi government is yet to grant the requisite sanction in the matter. February 19th, Delhi police request government to clear the decks for prosecution of Kanhaiya Kumar JNU sedition case. February 27, 2020, Delhi government grants the sanction of prosecution. So, February 27th, that is day before yesterday, is when Kanhaiya Kumar's request for prosecution was sanctioned by Delhi government. While, of course, Aam Aadmi Party's Raghav Chadha says that they had given the sanction on February 20th, but no, according to the letter that was sent to the Deputy Secretary Home, the letter was dated 27th February. Now, questions. The question is, Delhi government was very sure that this was not, this arrest was not legal. At least that is what they said. They said, no competent authorities were asked. If they were so sure that the arrest was not legal, what happened between April 2019 and February 2020? The only thing that happened is elections got over. That's the only thing that happened. Nothing else changed. Kanhaiya remained Kanhaiya. Arvind Kejriwal remained Arvind Kejriwal. Arrest was arrest. Delhi police was Delhi police. High Court was High Court. Nothing changed. The only thing that changed was elections got over and AAP came back to power. That's the only thing that changed. Question? Now, one of their representatives, Raghav Chadha made an official statement. Raghav Chadha said, we fundamentally believe that the government is not the agency or the authority that should decide on the merits of these matters. It is the court and the function of the judiciary to ultimately decide on these matters. He said, why should we decide? Let the court decide. But this was not the stance in April 2019. That was not his stance in April 2019. In April 2019, he said, no. When I'm saying he, I mean the party. They said, no, let us consider. Let us consider this case. We need more than a month to even come back. April hua, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February. 11 months. They sat on the matter because they said we want to consider. But 11 months, why should we consider? It has to go to court. Does that make sense? Okay, we spoke to their National Executive Committee member, Miss Preeti Sharma Menon in Mumbai. Just hear what she had to say. Then we'll get back.
I don't think that the Aam Aadmi Party can have a stand on the operations of the Delhi government. The Delhi government is independent of the party's views. That's one. The second is, giving sanction for prosecution is not a role of the elected members of the government. It is a bureaucratic procedure. If the charge sheet is filed by the police, it goes to the Home Department. The Home Department sends it to the Legal Department. The Legal Department, in almost all cases, gives sanction and it goes back. Whichever cases need to come to the government for sanction. in these same cases are also 23 cases against AAP MLAs and leaders, which the Delhi government has given sanction for. It's not just Kanhaiya Kumar. Delhi government has given sanction for 23 cases in which AAP MLAs and AAP leaders were the accused. So the elected government does not interfere in the bureaucratic process of giving sanction for cases and charge sheets filed by the Editorial. It goes on procedurally. And we took those cases to court. When they reached court, we fought them. In 23 out of 19, we've already been acquitted. So I am sure that Kanhaiya Kumar will also be acquitted because the whole country stands by his speech. But that's a matter of the judiciary to decide and not of any government.
Okay. Now, all of a sudden, AAP talks about following law, all of a sudden say, not my problem, it's High Court, we are not responsible, why should we be giving a judgment, why should we be interfering, and all of that. Let me tell you a few statements that Shri Arvind Kejriwal had made. I will take you through his tweet which he had done on March 3rd, 2016, where he said, what a brilliant speech by Kanhaiya. That is an old story. Let us not talk about old stories. March 3rd, 2016 was after the JNU incident, mind you. JNU incident happened on the 9th of Feb 2016. So after all the incident, after all the things came about, while everything was in the media, people were calling him traitor. Charge sheet was, he was being interrogated for sedition. After that is when this tweet came of his. What a brilliant speech of Kanhaiya. It's not over. On March 4th, 2016, the next day, he said, heard Kanhaiya's speech many times. Amazing clarity of thought. Expressed wonderfully. He said what most people have been feeling. God bless him. Mr. Arvind Kejriwal endorsed what Kanhaiya Kumar said. He endorsed it. He just didn't say that, listen, let me probe, let me understand. He said, wow. He said, that is, Kanhaiya Kumar said what most people have been feeling. God bless him. This is March 2016, March 4, 2016, almost a month after the JNU incident, for which he is being charge sheeted. Almost after a month. See, from saying that, I love his speech, what clarity, God bless him, nobody can speak like him, he is speaking for a lot of people. From there to April 2019, where he says, the arrest is illegal, the competent authority was not questioned, competent authority was not taken into consideration, was not taken into confidence, and all of that, to 27th of February, where he says, हमको क्या करने का है? Law है तो ठीक है, arrest कर लो. Look at the change. I repeat, everything remains the same. Kanhaiya Kumar remains the same. JNU remains the same. Umar Khalid remains the same. Anirban Bhattacharya remains the same. The police remains the same. The charge sheet remains the same. The law remains the same. The court remains the same. Arvind Kejriwal remains the same. The only thing that changed is elections over. Delhi elections got over. That's the only thing that changed. Let me go further. I spoke to Umar Khalid. Just have a look at what he said.
देखिए, अचानक से कुछ नहीं हुआ है. ये एक बहुत ही दिनों से एक शिफ्ट देखने को दिख रहा है हम लोग को आम आदमी पार्टी की राजनीति में और राजनीति करने के तरीके में, खासतौर से लोकसभा इलेक्शन के बाद. ये मेरा विश्लेषण है कि उनको लगता है कि अभी देश के अंदर हिंदुत्व और जो बिल्कुल कट्टर किस्म का धर्म के ऊपर राजनीति और वातावरण बनाया जा रहा है, उसका विरोध करने से उनको राजनीतिक नुकसान होगा. और दूसरा, जो राष्ट्रवाद के नाम पे एक अंध राष्ट्रवाद, ये जो कट्टरता उसमें भी दिखाई जा रही है बीजेपी की तरफ से, और एक वातावरण बनाया जा रहा है, उस पर भी वो विरोध करना नहीं चाहते, बिकॉज उनको राजनीतिक नुकसान होगा. तो हिंदुत्व और राष्ट्रवाद के मुद्दों को लेकर आम आदमी पार्टी बीजेपी का कोई भी वैचारिक तौर पर मुखालफत नहीं कर रही है, बहुत दिनों से नहीं कर रही है. वो हमने देखा कि जब जेएनयू पे हमला हुआ 5 जनवरी को, जब उन्होंने केजरीवाल, जबकि वो एक मुख्यमंत्री हैं, हमने देखा छात्रों पे बर्बर हमला किया गया. वो एक आतंकी हमला था, उस पर केजरीवाल साहब ने कोई कार्रवाई नहीं करी, कभी वहां पहुंचे नहीं जेएनयू सहानुभूति दिखाने के लिए. शाहीन बाग में इतना कुछ हुआ, जामिया में गोली चली, वहां नहीं गए. फिर लोग बोल रहे थे कि चुनाव से पहले वही सारे काम कर रहे हैं बिकॉज दिल्ली का चुनाव जीतना चाहते हैं. लेकिन ये चुनाव से बड़ी कुछ चीज है, ये चीजों को देखने के नजरिए में बदलाव है. चुनाव, ऑफ कोर्स ये चुनाव इसका कारण है और सत्ता इसका कारण है कि सत्ता का जो मोह है वो उनको खींच रहा है और वो समझ रहे हैं कि अभी अगर इस मुद्दों पे बीजेपी का विरोध किया जाएगा तो भारत की जो इलेक्टोरल पॉलिटिक्स है उसमें उनको फायदा शायद नुकसान झेलना पड़े। और अब दिल्ली के बाद वो बाहर और राज्यों में जाना चाहेंगे, बाहर और राज्यों में जाके चुनाव लड़ना चाहेंगे। तो ये मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि इसलिए ये सब काम किया गया। जहां तक के चार्जशीट का मसला है, केस का मसला है, तो उसमें तो हमें बिल्कुल कोई परेशानी नहीं है। मतलब परेशान वो लोग होंगे जिन्होंने कुछ गलत किया होगा। जब हमने कुछ गलत किया ही नहीं तो परेशान होने की क्या बात है। जब मुकदमा आएगा कोर्ट में तो दूध का दूध पानी का पानी हो जाएगा।
A very staunch supporter is musician and music director Vishal Dadlani. His tweet today reads, AAP started out as a party criticizing a government that was wrong. I presume he was talking about UPA. Most AAP supporters are still those people and still do exactly the same. Some of us at great risks. We also despise the political tradition of trading right and wrong for votes, image and gain. This is plain wrong. He is talking to his leader, Arvind Kejriwal. This is plain wrong. Today I don't wish to make any major comment. I have shown you the chronology of events. I have shown you what happened right from the day one. I have explained to you what the law is. I have taken you through what Arvind Kejriwal was in 2016 to what Arvind Kejriwal is in 2020. I have taken you through what Arvind Kejriwal's national executive teammate said. I have taken you through what the JNU student leaders feel. I think I have done my bit. Rest, you decide. Namaskar.
Now be the first to know about the latest updates on our new news app. Go on your Android or iOS, search for HW News Network. Download our app, choose the language you prefer to get updates in, and be up to date with the latest news.